has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Welcome, guys, to a brand new series today, the long-awaited series that several of you have actually requested, is finally here. So we're finally going to be able to get started on this. This is not a game for the faint of heart by any stretch of the imagination. I'm telling you straight up now, I have never beaten this game. It has beaten me bruised, bloody. I have cried because of this game. No joke, it's hard. That being said, we are playing Darkest Dungeon on the Switch, and yeah, we're gonna go from there. So couple things to know: this is on the Switch, and this version I came with, this music is baller. I just realized this music is seriously baller. Anyways, this does come with all the DLCs, all the special extra stuff, so we are going to be doing our best to kind of try to get through it all. That being said, as soon as stuff becomes available, I'm not just going to jump straight into it because I know how this game is. And I know not to make mistakes. So I do have a file. I just was kind of playing around, and we're going to delete this completely, like right now. So delete. See that? Delete. Are you sure you want to delete this save? Yes. Goodbye. And we are going to be starting on a brand new, and yeah, see all of these. Musketeer. Yeah. Basically another version of the Arbalest. Flagellant is amazing. Shield Breaker. Districts, Crimson Cord, Color of Madness. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff. Start campaign. Yes. We're gonna do it on Darkest. This is normal. This is the, original, okay? We are not gonna do Blood Moon. It will literally beat me till I'm bruised and bloody and I die. And we're not gonna play on Radiant because it's way too easy. Like, it's forgiving. It's pretty forgiving. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna do normal, just straight normal. Okay? And we're just gonna stick with Darkest. This is the Darkest Dungeon. Are you guys ready? I am. Let's do it! Oh god. Movie time.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
First off, I want to apologize. I didn't realize the way I'm recording this is on a TV through the computer, and the TV was still playing the volume. So if it's got a weird echo, let me know. But it shouldn't be a big deal. It's literally mimicking everything that's coming through anyways. So I think it'll actually kind of make it. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, right off the bat, we get thrown in, and we start off with, as always, Reynold and Dismas. Literally, I don't think there's ever a time this changes. Every single playthrough you ever do, you'll get Reynold and Dismas. And I'm pretty sure their things, like their attacks and their quirks, are always the same. So this start is standard. So, as you can see, it's kind of a side scroller. We can move around. How do I move? I think it's, yeah, okay.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path.
Oh.
The hamlet is just ahead.
So hallway movement. The hallways are basically the space in between the main rooms. And you can find like treasure and little objects to mess with that kind of can have both good and negative side effects, and is a place for ambushes, which I think we actually get one. Yep, here we go. First fight. Now you'll see, kill the enemy. Combat is turn-based, yes. And it's usually by stats. Now there are some hacks in the game, like cheaty hacks, things that, you know, even though the opponent has 0 speed, they still somehow go faster than you. I don't get it at all. It just doesn't make sense to me. Other times, it's just because they've got a quirk that gives them the opportunity to attack first. So, blah, blah, blah. On your hero's turn, select a skill icon. All your attacks are based on skills. No mana, none of that shenanigans. It's literally just, you know, if it's your turn, what do you do? And it's position based. So if you're fighting and you can't use a skill, it means either there's no target that's available for that skill, or your character is out of position. And positioning is actually probably the most, bar none, important thing to recognize in this game. It is redonkulous, not ridiculous, redonkulous, just because it's bonkers and ridiculous at the same time. But it's so highly important, and it's actually incredibly bad if you end up out of position. Because you end up with your healer at the front and they can't heal you if they're in the front, you know? Or your tank is at the back and nothing they do, they can't do anything. They literally just have to move up a space to do anything, and even then, there's no guarantee they can do anything if their abilities don't match the spot the bad guys are in. So, we're gonna take a look. So like this guy, he's got Open Vein, which is a melee. It causes bleed and decreases bleed resist, and yes, there are status effects in this. Pistol Shot, which is a ranged shot, but as you can see, I can't select it because right underneath, there's gonna be 3 dots that are yellow and 3 that are red. That is the position of everything that's important. So the yellow dots are the position your character needs to be in to use that ability. The red dots are the position the enemies are in that you're able to use it on. So as you can see, I can't use it because there's nobody in the 3rd, 2nd, or 4th. Wow, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th spot. It's just, you can't use it. Same with this move. This can be used anywhere on your side, but it can only hit positions 2, 3, and 4 on the enemy side. So that leaves us with Grape Shot or Open Vein. You might notice Grape Shot has 3 red dots, 1, 2, and 3, but they're connected. That means it'll hit all 3 positions at once. It's more of an area of effect attack. Area of effect attacks usually have less damage. I'm just gonna point that out now. So, that being said, I think I want to do Open Vein. It's got a, how much damage? 2 to 4. That's over on the right side. If you look at the right side, you'll see Hero to hit, 72%. That's how likely you are to hit. It will not crit because it's a 0%, and it does 2 to 4 damage. The enemy has 14% protection, a dodge of 2, and a speed of 3. I actually can't see my speed because it's kind of cut off. I might need to fix that. I've got a speed of 7 because I'm a baller. You know, I've got a hard noggin and I got quick reflexes. I got +2 speed. Oh yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do Open Vein, try to get some bleed damage and a sick 8. That is literally the max damage you can do. And as you saw, that bleed just took off 2 points. Ow!
Blurred vision.
A crit on your first turn? What is this? Okay, so Reynold is our Crusader, and this guy is basically a frontline melee tank. Our Gunslinger is, you know, ranged mostly. He does have some melee combat so that you can kind of have him point blank, but most of the time your Crusaders, and there's a few other classes, we'll get into them as we discover them. Your Crusader's your frontline tank. He's got a whole bunch of damage, and he does bonus damage against Unholy with his Smite attack. Now, this guy ain't Unholy, so it don't really matter. He does come with a stun, and he actually comes with a buff. He can mark himself, but increases his protection, which he does have already. Where is it? No protection. Never mind. I'm sorry. So we're just gonna light him up and just smack him in the face.
Give them no quarter.
And loot! That's it. You won. You got loot. Oh wait, that's right. We need the rest of the room. You can look at your items. Every item has value. Okay, so this is also really difficult. This is inventory management. You're gonna have to pay attention to your inventory, because sometimes you're gonna run out of stuff for situations like this and interactive objects. Some things you can mess with, and that's what you find in the hallways. You do find some things in rooms, which I'm sure we'll see here soon in the next level. We are gonna do 2 levels. This might be a slightly longer episode today, but you know, when you mess with objects, they can have both positive or negative side effects. That could be either loot, which is great. You know, you get a positive a quirk, which is like, you know, +2 speed, like we saw with Desmas. Wait, what's her name? Dismas. You can get a positive quirk, which is like bonus stats or harder to, you know, stun. Or you can get a negative quirk, which is, you know, you take more stress damage as time goes on. Then there's other things where you get items, or they can be trapped and you can end up hurt. So let's see what the Traveler's Tent gives us. Awesome! Yellow means good, and it's gold. Yay!
There is much to be found.
All right, and now the torch. Oh, the torch. So if you notice, the torchlight, the light just went down, and that's because at the very top is your torchlight, and it has different effects based on what level it is. So, as you can see in red, you're going to accrue more stress, and monsters have more of a chance to crit. But right now, I have a better chance at dodge. I can scout better, which is going to show me what's ahead of me, including what's in rooms. And monsters can get surprised, which is huge. It basically gives all 4 of your guys, or however many are in your party, the ability to just basically have free hits without any repercussions, which can be great. Other times, it doesn't do anything, and you're just like, what have I done? So, let's go ahead and jump right in here, and I guarantee this is a fight. Boink.
An ambush. Send these vermin
all right,
a message.
here we go.
The rightful
And see,
owner has
right there.
returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
if we look at this guy's speed, he's 6, but my gunslinger is 7. So that's just one of those times where it's kind of like, huh. So, but now you also see I have all my abilities unlocked because there's people in the positions I need. Now this move right here, it only has 1 use. You can see that. Uses remaining 1, but it's a buff. Plus damage, plus accuracy, and plus crit. So we're gonna go ahead and get that damage off on the back line guy because he's harder to hit. And let's see. We've got a stun. What's your stun resist? 50%. Yikes. You know what? Why not? It's early. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. There we go. Get the stun. Very nice. Now our Dismas, there we go. He's got the movement speed now. And a clean 8 damage. That's pretty good. That's gonna... Ooh, and a sick dodge. Sick jukes. And now we kind of basically have to just start pummeling this front guy with Reynald, because that's all he can do. I mean, he could buff himself with protection, but oh geez, it's... Ow! That hurt.
Lapse in concentration.
That was not pleasurable. Oh, we get the crit in return. This is gonna hurt. That's down. Come on. Reynald only having 3 health right now is terrifying, and it actually is scaring me. Please. I swear, if I have a death in the first minute I'm playing, I'm gonna be so tilted. No! Kill him, please! No.
Does not dissuade
okay, so as you kill guys, they're gonna leave corpses, which are basically blockages, and if you break them, they just disappear. Crits, bleed, blight, they don't leave corpses, which is great. It means the backliners have to get closer to you. That being said, we have quite the predicament. I literally am just like, oh geez. I'm gonna no! Oh, the dodge. No! Reynald, please! No, he's at death's door, which is bad. If he gets hit, he has a chance of dying. But they don't die automatically as soon as they hit 0. They're basically like, yeah, if you hit me, I can die. But I can also take a hit and not die, because bite me. I can't heal either. Dang it. Please. I don't want it to end this way. Kill him!
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay, and we're gonna collect our loot, and that's it. As soon as you complete your goal, that's the mission. So we're done. We're already done with this first mission. That's right. We're done. And I'm gonna go ahead and... No, I was gonna... Poop. I was gonna show you... That chest is almost always trapped. I actually think it's always trapped. Now see, every time you get a level up, now this isn't every time, but almost, fairly commonly when you finish a level, you get perks. So like right now, Dismas got Unholy Hater and Ascetic? What? So the Unholy Hater basically is, he fights Unholy better, but he takes 20 healing received down by 20% because of that ascetic thing. Now Reynald only got a negative buff, Fear of the Unholy, which means he's crap against Unholy right now. So we're gonna go ahead and click on out, and we're gonna go to the Hamlet. This is your base of operations.
Welcome home, such as it is.
Scrolling, yeah, we don't care about that, because we're playing with a controller.
And you are
this is kind of like, what's been going on. Quest goal: successfully complete your foray into the ruins, which is the first mission, and then all these bosses. Plus some, extras. But, yeah, all these bosses. Gotta kill them all. Gotta break them all. Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. Yeah, anyways. So, welcome to the Hamlet. Get help where you may. Oh, this is kind of like help. If you get stuck, you can just hit minus on your controller if you're playing on the Switch, and it pulls up the help menu. And it also pulls up what each of the buildings you get does, which is cool. Not useful all the time, but it's there if you need it. So the red exclamation points are going to show you where we at. So let's go to the graveyard first.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
I love you so much. Your voice is... Oh, God, yes. Now, this game is permadeath. If a character dies, that's it. And it's Iron Man. So if you mess up, it's permanent. So we're going to be taking this game very seriously. We don't make mistakes here. Ancestors' memories. This is kind of like
time,
lore.
You will know the tragic extent of my failings.
This is the lore page, basically, of all this stuff as you find it. So that's not... You know, we can come back if we're ever looking for certain lore bits. Like if we, you know, say somebody asks a question about the lore, if we can find it here, we will. Nomad Wagon. This is for, like, items.
Charms,
that's actually pretty
all
cool.
The forgotten corners of the earth.
This is important because trinkets kind of build your character's stats up, and depending on how you build your character, basically determines how you have to play them. We could upgrade her right now, but I'm not going to waste the time. There's other things to do. You see on the... Now, if you see on the bottom left, you see another question mark. That means there's another person here who will sell stuff. This is the DLC. We are not going to get into this right now, but all you need to know is this stuff is expensive as heck, and the buffs are amazing, but they do have negatives. So we just kind of got to be careful when we decide to get into this, but some of these buffs are redonkulous. So yeah, we'll get back to that eventually. And then finally, the stagecoach. Recruit new heroes.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Oh, really? That's great. This is basically how you get new people if somebody dies. And I actually always go into upgrading like the first time on each of these. Stagecoach Network, which means when we upgrade this, more people will show up each week. After each mission, we'll get more people to help us. So we're going to go ahead and grab that.
More arrive,
and then Heroes Barracks.
Seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
That's dark. The Hero Barracks increases the number of soldiers we can have on the back line. Or not the back line, but like in reserve. It's basically who we have available to select from. And we're going to go ahead and hit that, yes, and I think that's going to be good. So we're going to go ahead and pick ourselves up the Plague Doctor and the Seeker Vestal. Vestal. Yeah, I did. Upgrade the Stagecoach Network. You can... I just showed you what the upgrades are. They basically improve your buildings and your stagecoach, and ultimately will allow you to upgrade your characters further. So now that we've got that, we've basically done everything we can in town because some of these aren't open. So yes, I know, I see it, thank you. It's telling me to get going, so I'm gonna get going.
A mecca
yes
of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff. We got the dankest dungeon up here, and oh god, I'm not ready. The ruins, which where we're gonna be at, and you'll see that down on the bottom right, we've got the cove. Just below that is the weld. Then we've got the warrens, and then you look to the left, we've got the courtyard and the farmstead. Those are both DLC, so we probably won't be going there very soon. So we're gonna go ahead and see where these guys belong. So this guy has Noxious Blast, Plague Grenade, Incision, and Disorienting Blast. These are utility guys. They do a lot of blight damage. A little bit of bleed, but mostly a lot of blight and a lot of, buffs. Like they got a heal and a cure and a buff. They've got stun and they clear corpses. They're utility. So this guy looks like he's gonna be best there. And then our Vestal, she's our healer, and they are, in my opinion, the best healers in the game. Just because Divine Grace, heal 4 to 5. There's some enemies early on that we're going to be dealing with that don't even hit for up to 4 points of damage. So she's ridiculously good right now. And we will be going into how to get these skills later, but for now, she actually doesn't look like she's not a frontliner. She does have an ability for the front line, but she is very clearly a backline healer. So let's go ahead and go into provisions, which is our supplies for each mission.
The preparedness measured now in gold, later in blood.
It only says 8 food and 4 torches. Screw that noise. I always, for a short mission, I always take a full stack of food. I take 2 shovels. We'll take a bandage, a key, a holy water. Well, yeah. And then 8 torches, because fight me, I don't like darkness. It does have some perks, but I hate darkness. So, yeah, let's roll with it. And like I said, this episode is going to be a little bit longer, but that it's first episode trying to explain everything, so I hope you understand. But I wanted to get into the first mission and show you. So, let's get into it. Now, as far as I know, this mission is pretty standard in how it is generated. I could be wrong. This is a torch. So this is one of those things that's good. So we collect this, and it's a free torch. And I'm going to go ahead and use it, just because the more torches I have, the better. I don't like being in the dark. And it's a fight. And these guys are puny. Oh, God, why? Really? First fight we get into in a regular mission, my guys get surprised. Now, this is what I'm talking about being shuffled. You can see he can't use either of these attacks because he's out of position completely. So he only has a couple moves available to him. So we're just going to go ahead and work with what we got. And we can eliminate a guy right now, actually. We have the ability. We've got... She has a stun, so we could stun him potentially, and that would mean he can't attack, which means we could get away with a clean... No, we can't get away with a clean fight. No, maybe we can. The dodge. Nice. Now remember when I said damage against Unholy? Yeah, he's no bueno.
Another abomination.
You go bye-bye. 850 gold for killing 2 of literally the weakest things I think in the game. No, there's weaker, but still, snap. Wait, hold on. A long forgotten strong box. Let's go ahead and open it, why not? Yay, a shovel, gold, and I think herbal meds. And we're gonna go ahead and hold A on the swap button to get back into position, because Cheez-Its are delicious.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
I love you so much, whoever you are, you mystery man. You, we're gonna pop a torch.
In radiance, may we find victory.
Oh, and it's an ambush again. Yay! Because at this time they're surprised, except they never get shuffled. So we're gonna go ahead and buff. Really, I expect more from you. I'm thinking maybe a stun. Can we go for the stun? I want the stun on this bad guy. Okay, you're tilting my jammies. Okay, Mr. Plague Doctor, what do you got? You got Blight on one of the front 2 guys, Blight on both the back 2, which there's only 1. I can stabby pokey somebody to bleed, but these guys are skeletons. They have 200% bleed resist. Ain't no way I'm getting no bleed on them. Or a shuffle single and a stun. So, I'm gonna go for the stun. Come on, come on. Wow. I've been rejected by 3 of my characters. I am not liking this. Let's see if we can't just take out one of these guys.
Be gone, fiend.
We're just gonna just get something done. The reason I put so much into the guy is because of stress. Stress is not a good thing. If you look under my characters on the left, you'll see little white ticks. That is the stress meter. And that'll become more important later. you know, I'm feeling lucky. Let's go ahead. Let's try for this stun in the shuffle again. Because that's going to clear the corpse no matter what and bring him in so much closer for our El Friendo over here. Who, let's make bleedy bleed with this guy. There we go, 10 damage. So weakness. And he's dead next turn no matter what he does. So I'm not even going to waste my time on him. But the stress meter is important. The more stressed a character gets, the closer they get to basically a roll of luck to see if they're gonna get a negative side effect or a positive side effect that sticks with them for the whole mission, or unless you can get their stress all the way back down to 0. It's their, what is it? Valor test? Test of Valor? I think? I don't remember. I'll see it later. But it basically tells you whether they're gonna be good or if they're gonna get a negative side effect. Negative side effects usually end in disaster because they cause stress throughout the party and they just cause general issues in general. So let's go for the stun. Why not?
Well struck.
Oh, the crit! I'm liking it. What a buff. Plus 25 healing skills. I like it. All right, smack that, daddy.
Executed with impunity.
Yeah, he was. It don't matter what you do, you're done, you Riggs.
Press this advantage.
Ooh.
Give them no quarter.
The blood. This is a DLC thing. I actually don't have any idea how to use this. The blood is a special type of supply item. Any collected bottles of the blood will be retained in your estate at quest end. So I have to collect this stuff for it to be useful. It may be added to the provisions of embarking parties. It's rare. Spread the love wisely. Oh, okay. Well, we're just gonna go ahead and collect all this. These are crests. Those are good. They are actually quite useful for upgrading things at the hamlets, and that's what all of these purple outlined items are going to be, if you could see that. Oh geez, which way do I go? We're going to use the maze rule and always go left,
Is struck.
unless something just tells me not to go that way. Oh no. And this is one of those negative perks. That was kleptomaniac, prone to stealing items. This is where that that's bad. I really dislike that perk, but I can't get rid of it right now, so it's fine.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
But you just
We require
treasure
only
chest.
the strength to follow it.
You just saw a negative side effect. All right, so what do we got? All right, we definitely want to get rid of the guy in the back, so let's try to shuffle him up front. Come on, please. Ooh, baby, perfect. We're just gonna go ahead and let's try for a stun. I feel like a stun is a good idea from our Vestal. We're gonna stun. Go for the stun. Go for the stun. There we go. Okay. Grape shot actually might be really good here to hit all 3. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but it's spread out damage, which means they're easier to kill over time. I think this is a good time to try the ranged attack for the Crusader, Zealous Accusation. It's pretty good. I actually like it a lot. It does spread the damage over 2 characters again. Its accuracy sucks though, so yeah. Graveyard Slash. Ow, that hurt. Let's go ahead and spread the love again.
Continue
There
the
we go.
onslaught.
That's a kill.
Destroy them.
Let's do this. Let's show off the Blight. So Blight is basically poison. It ignores armor and bleed. Basically the same thing. Bleed and Blight are basically the same thing, just what's more effective on what. Blight is a great against, you know, fish, I think. Skeletons, humans are susceptible to both. Ooh, an anti-venom.
This expedition at least promises
This is worth
success.
375 gold, and this is worth 750 gold. So yay, loot. Ooh, scouting. This is good. This will show us what's in front of us and where we want to go. Okay. All right. Anyways, so let's see. We've got a treasure chest here, a chest with your family sigil, and we have the opportunity to use an item on it. That's what that X is. We could just ignore it and we could just investigate it normally, or we could use an item. Now, what are you going to use on a treasure chest? A key. Let's see what it gives us. 400 gold, really? That's it? I'm actually kind of triggered by that. You accrue stress just by walking. Every now and... Oh, hi. Yeah, just about to say that. Every now and then you run into traps, which... Honestly, if you just have a character with high enough trap disarm, which you can see here is 90%, you can just use them all the time to disarm traps. And it removes stress, which is super useful. Okay. Make sure our torch is lit for
purchase. Spirits are lifted.
maximum scouting
Purpose is
chance.
made clear.
I don't remember where... I kind of want to go down there just to show you what that is. Okay, we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down. Just to show you. And he gets hit by the trap, of course.
Mechanical
He
hazards
takes damage
possessed by
and
evil
stress. Our torch is down. Let's do this. So this is gonna be a room with another item that you can interact with, but this is different item. This is gonna be something else. So let's go ahead and grape shot. Spread the love. Oof. Yummy. That guy in the back is actually pretty damaging, so we're gonna blight him, try to knock him down, and maybe even hit him with our vessel in the back. No, we're not. Apparently not. And then we got bone soldiers. So zealous accusation. How much is that gonna do? No chance of killing, and no chance of crit, or well, 3% chance. So basically no chance of crit. Or we can take nearly a guaranteed kill. Let's go for it. Oh, 20 damage. Nice. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. That was delicious. Oh, that was great. That was great. And a dodge. Oh, that's right. He's out of position. Some of the characters, some of the bad guys you meet actually do have to worry about their own position. Like the crossbow guy we just saw. The bone arbalist, he is out of position. He can't shoot right now just because of bad positioning, which makes him a much easier target to deal with. 3 to 6. No, I think I'm a vape you. Let's poison you. And I'm gonna go for a heal actually on Reynold. So boom, 5 health right there back on my side. Look at that. And we're gonna collect all that loot. And now this is important. This is a curio, and I'm gonna use it on Reynold, and I'm gonna use an item on it. Now it's a holy fountain, so of course, what are you gonna use? Holy water. Divine benefits. 24 health. Woo! Woo! That was a full heal and a half. Oh, hello. So every now and then you'll have to eat during your adventure, and this is why you always must have, bar none, always have food on you. Doesn't matter how short the mission is, keep food on you. It's imperative. It literally causes so many issues when you don't have food. So we're gonna go ahead and eat. That only cost us 4 food. So let's go ahead and keep moving. We got a backtrack, unfortunately, which is fine. It's just kind of annoying. And there are times where you do have to backtrack sometimes. You know, sometimes the tunnel leads in a dead end and you just have to backtrack. More loot. Yeah, look, the food we just ate. Portraits, that's another thing we use to upgrade our Hamlet. An oil painting of some distant family relation. Yeah. And unless we have a fight, we actually finish the mission here in 3, 2, 1. That's it. So we can remain if we really want to, but I don't remember what's down south. But you know what? I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling safe. I'm not gonna risk it because I know what can happen. 3,350 gold worth of supplies and items and loot that we got. Plus we gained the additional 3,000 gold from the quest reward, some crests, and this is a trinket. It's gonna be pretty good. Plus 15% bleed skill chance, but it takes 1 speed away from us. So let's go ahead and see. So our gunslinger and our plague doctor get new buffs. No, they're both debuffs. They're negative quirks. Oh god. In town will only meditate. Oh, that's yucky. And lazy eye. -5 accuracy on ranged skills. Minus accuracy on ranged skills on a ranged character. What is happening? I feel like this game is like taunting me. It's terrible.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oops. No, if you don't deal with negative quirks fast enough, they can become kind of a pain, and they become ingrained, which means they cost a metric butt ton to get rid of. So first things first, let's go into the stagecoach, and we have another Blade Doctor. Let's check you out. So we have a guy with both of those. The only thing is he doesn't have Incision. Instead, he has Emboldening Vapors, which is the buff. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take you.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
This is a grave robber. These guys are actually really good. They do a ton of damage. And they're also capable of doing a lot of blight damage with these poison darts they get. It stacks up very quickly. Not to mention, if you couple them with the plague doctors, there's just blight everywhere. And then our Hellion.
Gold gleams like a dagger's point.
These guys are basically frontliners, and they do a lot of damage. They actually are a pretty decent source of bleed too. Like this one, bleed out does a ton of damage. Like it's pretty good, but it does debuff you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take her.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
We do have a couple places to look at. We've got the tavern, which is stress relief.
Cards and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
Now, while people aren't in the stress relief areas, we'll see the other one in here in just a second. They're unavailable, which means you can't use them the next mission you go on. So we got to be careful with what we do. So we don't really have a lot of stress on any character, so we're gonna go ahead and skip this. But the tavern is actually kind of a weird place to do stress relief, because sometimes people come out, like, I don't know, they go missing for a week. I've actually had I had one playthrough where I had a character missing for like 3 missions straight because they went to drink. I've had, you know, thousands of coins lost in the gambling hall, and then the brothel. I actually have had, actually, I can't really think of anything that's come out of the brothel bad, but it's not good. And then we have the Abbey, which is also stress relief.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
And it's the church, basically. They help with stress relief. So with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and leave it at this. We're gonna go ahead and look at what the next missions are. Yep, see, there it is. A strange glow at the farmstead. We are not doing that right now, because I know it says short and apprentice level 1. Yeah, no. I'm not messing with DLCs. I'm not ready. So this is what we got to work with. You know, more missions. So we're gonna go ahead and pick one of these later, and we'll just dismiss our party, just get rid of them. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. So, ooh, no. How do I? There we go. Anyways, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please don't forget to Wow, I can't talk apparently. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you've been enjoying this so far, please leave a like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the little bell icon. This is going to be a long-lasting series because I'm not going to lie, there's a lot that goes into this game and it can be very time-consuming. So I don't know how long this is going to be. But while we play this, I'm sure we will have the ability to play something else that's a bit more fast-paced. Maybe it's a bit different than what we're used to. But in the meantime, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, and I will see you guys later.